one stop, family shop. Think Thayer, come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
What jumps out at you?
The first thing that jumps out is just their speed. I think it's one of the fastest defenses that I've seen the 5 years that I've been here. They all are predicated on running to the ball, finishing plays, and you definitely take notice to it. From game to game, they're always having 8, 9, 10, 11 guys running to the ball, and it's going to be something that's going to be challenging for us, but we're looking forward to it.
What does that speed mean when you're facing it with your offense? What kinds of things do you have to do to have success against that speed?
We have to try to manipulate them and try to use their speed against them at times. With misdirections and keeping their defensive linemen honest and their linebackers honest. They're very fast flowing, which is a very good thing for us because we like to use misdirection and stuff like that. But they're a team where if one guy takes the wrong step, they're going to shoot a gap and make the play, and it definitely shows up on film, and it's something that they're very good at.
Matt, last year was a nightmare for you, going down the first game and have to sit out the whole season. It must have been really frustrating. Your long road back physically, just talk about where you are mentally, just in finally getting here to be able to play football for real again.
Mentally, I feel like I'm the strongest I've ever been. Like you said, last year, it was very, very hard for me to sit out, but I had to sit out physically, but I was able to get stronger mentally. And, I was really able to understand this offense, the ins and outs of it, and, understand why we're calling certain plays in certain situations. And, I was able to carry that over into the spring, into the summer, and throughout camp. And I feel like I have a very good grasp of it mentally. And physically, I feel like I'm right back where I was last year. I feel 100%. There hasn't been any lingering effects with my hip at all. And I'm just really, really, really excited to get back out there.
Give me a timetable of when you were physically getting better to where you start doing activity, running, throwing, things like that. Was it in the spring or what?
Well, when I got hurt, from that week on, it was 13 weeks I was on crutches. I think it was 7 or 8 of those weeks was non-weight bearing at all. And then I could start to add a little bit more weight. And then the 13th week, I was able to put full pressure on my foot, but I had to use the crutches as a guide. And then from that point on, the 14th week, it was pretty much, learning how to walk again. And then once I learned how to walk again, it was learning how to jog again, learning how to sprint again. And, as I got stronger with my legs and got them back under me, then I was able to start throwing again and working my mechanics in the pocket. And, it was just a very slow progression, but our training staff and, our trainers did an unbelievable job with me. They stayed patient with me. There were good days, there were bad days, but, it wasn't just me that pushed through it. They were there with me the whole time. My teammates were there pushing me too, which was very helpful, especially guys that have had, season-ending injuries before that have been in my position, and it was a total team thing.
Was it a hip dislocation? What was it diagnosed as?
It was broken.
A broken hip.
It was a broken hip. Yep. So I was a very old man for 13 weeks.
There were times last year the offense a little bit inconsistent. But you talk about Tennessee being so fast and running the ball. How important is it going to be for you guys to be really, really sharp?
Not just against Tennessee, but throughout the season. Especially this year with our second year in the offense, we can't have those, like you said, those setbacks. We can't start fast and then, kind of die out in the middle of the game and then try to pick it back up in the fourth quarter. But especially when you're playing an opponent like Tennessee, you have to be sharp, from the first play to the last play, because, they'll make you pay on any given play if you're not, if you don't follow your fundamentals, don't follow your rules. And, our coaches have done a great job of, keeping us in that mindset that every play is going to matter. We can't take a play off. We can't take anything for granted because, they're a team that, they'll jump on that opportunity and they'll hurt us.
To kind of follow up on that, Matt, obviously so many accolades in the preseason for so many different positions on offense. Last year we talked about 30 points a game, and this year so much attention on the offense. I think everybody agrees it's going to take a little while for the defense to gel. Do you guys feel any pressure on the offense? You need to achieve a certain level in order to support those guys?
It's kind of funny because, in 2012, 2013, the offense was kind of getting carried by the defense. And, now everybody's saying that the offense needs to carry the defense. But, I got a lot of faith in, our defensive staff that, they're going to make adjustments if adjustments need to be made. They're going to have a great game plan for the guys. And, that's stuff that, I know that is going to happen. What I'm focused on is, what the offense needs to do each game and putting our guys in the right position, me making the right decision with the ball, offensive line holding up in the run game and the pass game, Travis doing what he does best, and the receivers, we got so many of them to make plays that it doesn't really matter who I throw the ball to. I have faith in all of them. So, from that standpoint, I know that the defense is going to be, learning as they go, especially with the new system, but I have complete faith in them.
Go back a year, Coach talks all the time about fourth game, second seasons when he expects it to really click. Compare your offense this year to 12 months ago.
I think it's night and day. All the little things that, you don't really see unless you're in the offense, 24/7. I think the offensive line, myself, receivers, running backs, tight ends, I think we understand all those little things. And those little things are going to add up. And, when they do add up, it's going to be, explosion in points, explosion in yards. And, I think that's the biggest jump is, understanding why we're doing things and knowing why we're doing things in certain situations that, we might not have had a grasp on last year, but this year I think we do.